The Suns got beat in nearly every facet in Game 1, and now it's on them to respond. I'm Gerald Bourguet, and this is Solar Flares coming at you from the Target Center after the Suns' 120-95 game loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that they had beaten and owned during the regular season in convincing fashion. Obviously, Game 1, nobody was expecting this on the Suns side of things, but I'm not too surprised that the Timberwolves were able to come out and play that way. They needed to make a statement in this Game 1 after being owned by the Suns during the regular season, losing those 3 games by a combined 47 points. They needed to reset the tone for this entire series, and they did that. Give credit where credit is due. Anthony Edwards was tremendous, especially in that third quarter when he dropped 18 points and was hitting threes in Kevin Durant's face and talking a little smack to him. KD said this after the game about the exchange.
Yeah, it's just basketball. Not even players, just hoop, you know. You get hot, you make shots, make tough shots. You know, you're gonna feel excited about yourself. So it's on me to keep coming back and showing them a tough look, or whoever's defending these guys, and show them a tough look. If they make shots over us, we move back to the next play. You know, we move on to the next play. You know, so he got it going. He made some tough ones. You just gotta live with it and be better next game.
So it's all playoff hoops, and as Durant said, it's now on him to respond. The question is, how will he and the rest of the Suns respond? Bradley Beal was saying, we knew that this was a good team. We knew that they were going to be better than what we had seen. And now it's on us to kind of dwell on this loss and bounce back in Game 2. If they win Game 2 and it's a split series at that point, you feel good about what happened here, even with the Game 1 beatdown. Frank Vogel was saying in regards to Devin Booker's off shooting night, he went 5 for 16, that they can do a better job of getting him looks.
Yeah, we have others. I mean, you know, we have a team. You know, Phoenix Suns are a team. It's not about one player. You know, I'm not worried about him getting going. He's one of the best scorers in the league. Like I said, we'll do a better job of you know, looking at ways to free him up, and we'll be better in Game 2.
Now, Booker said after the game that he felt like it was tough to get in a rhythm because of the early foul trouble. He did pick up his 3rd foul a couple of minutes before halftime and went to the bench for the rest of the first half. And he was saying that he was having trouble figuring out the playoff whistle in this matchup. He felt like the Timberwolves were being super physical with him, but he was getting called for some touch fouls on the other end. But he said, hey, it's hard. Life is hard. You've got to find a way to do it and bounce back, and that's what we'll be looking for. Kevin Durant had this to say about Book and why he's not concerned.
I just think he missed some tough ones, you know, some easy ones that he normally makes, and you know, I think he could be more aggressive to shoot more shots in the first half. But for the most part, he's trying to play the right way, he's trying to play hard. You know, and he got us going there in the third by making a couple shots, you know, so I'm not worried about that. I think he's going to come out here and have a great game too.
Now, the big thing looking ahead to Game 2 is how the Suns will attack mismatches without the offense getting too stagnant. It felt like it definitely got a little ISO heavy. KD was saying that good shots are good shots, even if they come in that way. But Frank Vogel was saying that there is a little bit of balance to it.
Well, that's the key word. It's a balance. You know, I mean, you want to involve their weaker defenders, not their better defenders, but you also got to keep your guys in rhythm. You know what I mean? So the bigger thing is you know, to get your movement and get your key guys open.
Now the question is how the Suns will bounce back on the rebounding front. They were out-rebounded 52-28 in this game, which is just unacceptable. And the fact that bench points were 41-18 in favor of the Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander, Walker, and Naz Reid did their thing coming off the bench. And the Suns really only got bench production out of Royce O'Neal. So it's going to be one of those situations where Frank Vogel might have to change up his substitutions and his rotations if he's not able to get more out of Eric Gordon and Drew Eubanks. Eubanks looked pretty unplayable in this first game. EG needs to make some shots. I think he started this game 0 for 5. Vogel did say after the game that it could be a situation where everything's on the table in terms of replacing certain guys' minutes, but they do love EG and what he brings to the table. So I'm not sure if we'll see Bol minutes replacing him yet unless Gordon struggles pretty heavily again in Game 2. For more, keep it here on PHNX Sports.